What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck? Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome to Hunt the Week.
Hello everyone and welcome into the show. Welcome on in each and every one of you elves out there. Elves, where you at? You're having a good time. You're getting ready for week 2. Cats, not so much, right? If you're on the elf bandwagon, you might be feeling a little bit better about our week 2 playing. And if you're feeling that cat deck, ooh, kitty's claws might be getting trimmed a little bit. Hello everyone and welcome into the show. This is Hunt the Week. It is your weekly Magic the Gathering podcast about the Arena Gauntlet League that we know, love, and play in. And I am your host with the most, your Don John DeMarco, your Goku or Go Home, the Pride of Mardu. And this is Foundation's Plane Chase Week 1. We made it through Week 1, everybody. We did it. We did it unscathed. Some wins, some losses, but hey, we picked up some good commons along the way. We got a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and get to it as we spin the wheel.
Everybody knows how to spin the wheel.
Let's go, wheel! Give me a miracle.
It's so simple.
Spin the wheel!
That's right, as I record, and it's a late record for me because it's actually Thursday at 3:52 p.m. Oh boy. It's one of those shows where I'm recording all this before I record the interview, because the interview I'm actually recording later today, but I want to have everything else done and ready. This is your top 8 for Foundations, aka Plains Chase League. Lucas M. Finley 2K1, the only 5-0 on the week. Congratulations, Lucas. Although Zach Carr, Zach C, Player of the Year, down there sitting at 3-0, just not finishing his games right. I don't know. I wonder if Zach knows the minimum's 4 and not 5. I hope he does. Maybe I'll send Zach a message. Good old Zach. When you hear this on the podcast, know that this is when I sent you the message and said, hey, make sure you play your last game. Zev G Meep 3278, Emmett 4-1, Emmett F Sepulcher 4-1, Keelan T Doofel 4-1, Bob P Hit 4-1, John G J Goldstein 4-1, Wesley C Gigavoltaic 4-1, Max K Leinender 4-1. So we got a lot of 4-1s at the top. That's how it is, right? It's one of those leagues. The 4-1 people are all sitting up there, up at the top as they do. Got my dog grumbling at me. I'm trying to find myself. Where am I? Here am I. 39. Okay, top half right now. Sitting next to my buddy Chris R. Team League winner Chris. Oh boy, what a good guy Chris is. 100. How many people are in this thing, man? 120 some people. This is another big league. They keep knocking these things out of the park. Miguel B. Athurius. We got to talk about this. Some drama on the server this week. Miguel played all 5 of his week 1 matches, went 3-2, but unfortunately Miguel was playing with a 40-card deck, didn't have the 60-card deck. He won 3 games. You can't really go back and undo the wins, undo the losses, undo the advantage. Disqualified, DQ'd from the tournament. League committee was being super cool and trying to see if they could figure out a way for him to still play or a way to make it work. Props to them for trying out. Sorry, Miguel. It happens, man. We all make mistakes. We all put those lightning bolts in our decks sometimes. And good on you for self-reporting it and for being a big person, right? Big props for the self-reported DQ. My heart goes out to you. I'm pouring one out for you, Miguel. You're a nice person. Foundations week 1. How did I do? Pretty well. I went 3-2, which is always good. If you go 3-2 every week, you're usually feeling pretty good about it. I am playing a green-white deck. It's fine. It's got some okay rares. It can go kind of quick. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing amazing, but it's a nice little green-white deck. Was able to pick up an Evolving Wilds as my common on my first loss, and then a Bite Down as my common and my second loss. The 2 most taken cards. And let's see, can I find the list where they posted all these? So Adam made a list and some of these may have changed, but when they had the Billboard Hot 10, the top 10 most picked cards. Number 1, Evolving Wilds, 32. Good choice. Lotto called it, I believe. Bite Down, 11. Bite downs. I was one of both of those. Then we got Stab, Bake into a Pie, Dazzling Angel, Scoured Barrens, Eaten Alive, Banishing Light, Llanowar Elves, and Thornwood Falls. So what is that? That's the black, white, and the green, blue land? So maybe there's just a bunch of black, white, and green, blue decks out there. Makes sense. I believe it. I really do. But what's happening now? We have rolled our next plane. We are going to the cold, cold. Grab your coat, get your toque, and get ready to warm up by the fire, because we're going to Kaldheim. Get your snowlands. Everybody gets 5 basic snowlands. Let's see, what is the actual factual? Let's just read the card, right? Let's read what it actually says. What plane is this? The World Tree. When you planeswalk to the World Tree, each player receives a pack containing 5 snow-covered copies of each basic land type. There was some hubbub about everyone getting wastes. I believe that has been squashed, because wastes actually are not a basic land type. They are a basic land, but not a type. I don't really understand the difference. But hey, maybe they're a land type, but they're not a basic. Maybe that's what it is. But we're going to Kaldheim, and Kaldheim's a pretty fun one. There's some great enchantments in there. You got your Showdown at the Scalds. You got your bonkers snow cards. We all got snowlands to enable that. There's a lot of duds and clunkers in there too. This isn't a 10 out of 10. I'm going to say this is like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 set. There's some very strong things and some very powerful things to be open that you can be doing. There's some fixing to get. There's some really good artifacts and some great equipments to get. There's also a lot of elves and changelings for people that care about the typals sets from Foundations. But there's also, it's not a modern set, right? Kaldheim's a couple years old. It's not going to be hanging with your OTJs, your moms, your Modern Horizon 3s. I think it's a little bit above the average power level, but it's not as strong as Foundations, I don't think. I think you would rather take your losses in week 1 than week 2, if you want losses at all. Don't be afraid to hold that last game, right? If you get to that last match, your 4th win, and you get to Wednesday, maybe wait and see if we roll a stronger thing, right? Like, you can wait and see if we have a better plane before you play your last game. You're going to be a game behind for the next week, which I never like. I don't like recommending that, but in Plains Chase, this is anything goes. This is kind of the Wild West out here. I'm excited for some Kaldheim packs. I can't wait to see what happens. Each week, our decks are going to be getting crazier and crazier and weirder, and now it's getting real cold. We're getting our snowlands. We're getting more elves for our elf decks. But that's not all we're getting. We're also getting a new friend, a new winner, a new champion. Duskmourne League has wrapped up, has concluded. The Mega Draft is over, and we got a winner. We got to talk to him. Let's go ahead and figure out where we are.
Blimey, Inspector. Where have we wound up this time? The question isn't where, Constable, but when.
That's right. I had on our Duskmourne winner this week. And again, actually, spoiler, haven't recorded it yet. We're recording in a couple hours, but I'm getting the rest of the show done early, so I don't know what we talked about, but I can tell you, they're probably great. Never had anybody on the show that wasn't great to talk to. Aaron B. Bevelman takes down their first win, their first top 8. Big congrats to them. Very excited to learn a little bit about our new champion, our new winner. Player of the Year invite goes out to them for getting that win, and they've cemented themselves as a top dog, woof woof, in the pound, and they're getting ready to go to Kaldheim. I hope they have some interesting insights on Plains Chase League. Let's go ahead and listen to my interview with Aaron B., Duskmourne winner, now. All right, everyone, join this week as we figure out where we are with none other than Aaron B., a.k.a. Bevelman. Welcome to the show, Aaron.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Hey, I'm excited to have you, our newly crowned champion. I bow down in all your glory and bask in your greatness, of course. I am a peasant at your feet. You are a wise winner. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm still a little bit in shock. I was going into the mega draft. I would have been extremely happy with a single win.
But hey, you took it all the way home. I got to actually watch some of your draft. We're going to get there, but before we get to Duskmourne and the mega draft and the win, I want to know where it began, where it started. When did you start playing Magic?
I started It was in, I think, late 2021 with the first set that I drafted is actually seriously was the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty.
Great set.
I was in college over COVID trying to find a new game to fill the time. A few of my friends were like, "Oh, this is cool," because they had played in person before, Paper Magic before, but they're
Sure.
like, "Oh, they're got me into Arena," and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty fun," and I stuck with it pretty much consistently since then.
Have you always been a limited player, or what drew you to limited as opposed from like anyway? Or do you play other formats? What how do you like to play?
I am pretty exclusively a limited player. I'll I'll play some standard or maybe some other format now and then just to complete my challenges, but
Not do those dailies.
yeah, pretty much been limited the whole time. I just love the format. It feels like it's so skill based. You have to evaluate all the cards and you're making a deck as opposed to especially versus paper magic. Making like a constructed deck just never really seemed all that appealing, and limited
No,
was always the draw for me.
you don't want to spend $600 on a deck that'll be worth $50 in a year. You don't want to do that.
Can't say that that has ever sounded
No, that's okay. They'll get you with
too appealing, but
Commander. They'll figure it out for you.
I that is the one deck that I have. I have a like one or two commander decks that I've built, mostly just because that's what some of my other friend groups play. But
What is your favorite Commander deck that you have, or who's your like go-to Commander?
um, the ones I have are kind of boring. I
That's
haven't.
okay.
Well, it's an Atraxa deck. It's a plain Super Friends,
Love
so
it. Love it.
Planeswalker deck.
Yeah.
And then I have a very bad Yuriko Ninja deck because that was my one of the my favorite decks that I when I was first starting out was the blue black in Kamigawa about the ninja theme.
And blue black is a common. Is that? I mean, we'll get to that the guild question later, I guess. But blue black does seem to be a trend. I watched you draft it in the mega draft. You go all the way with it in Duskmourne. But how did the league of Duskmourne go? How did you manage your dread? What kind of packs were you taking?
Oh boy. So to start out, my starting pool, my best two cards were pretty clearly I had a Screaming Nemesis and
Nice.
the enduring the red enduring creature, the 3/3 that gives all of your other
Oh yeah, yeah.
creatures plus two
Triumph,
plus seven haste.
courage, enduring
Courage,
courage.
that's it, yeah. Um, and I also had a Toby, so I was like, I'm probably gonna be red white, but I had
Oh
almost no two drops at all.
yeah.
I had like an Arabella and a Irreverent Gremlin. That's pretty much it. So I had to throw some black in there to get some removal, and all my lands were Mardu, which was interesting. I think I had three duels that were all in those three colors, so
Lucky.
I was like, oh, I guess I guess I'll try that out to start. I kind of didn't really want to end up in Boros, so I speculated on some Crimson Vow packs early on, thinking maybe
Ooh.
I could pivot to Rakdos because I know Rakdos was really good in Vow.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then I opened Wedding Announcements and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe I'll just end up in red white.
That's a good card. Holy cow.
So yeah, I think towards the end of week two, I uh switched up to I took a like a Theros and I kind of waffled a bit, took a Theros and a Innistrad pack. But then after that committed to red white pretty much. When I could afford it, I took a few Murders at Karlov Manor packs, keeping my dread relatively low. I don't think I ever went uh above like 66 through to 68-ish.
Nice. That's a sweet
Um,
spot, I think.
right, because I figured I had enough bombs to where I really wanted to draw them and already. So
Hmm.
I felt like increasing my deck size was not ever going to be worth it, even though Duskmourne was a higher powered set. Um,
Especially if you're playing aggro, right? Like if you're playing
right,
like aggro, you don't want a 70 card deck. Like there's just way too much, way too many lands. Like you want to try and get that deck as small
right,
as you can, but you're winning games, so your deck's getting bigger, right? Like it's this push pull, and you're kind of stuck.
right. Yeah, my curve was super low for the most part. And yeah, really wanted to run as few lands as possible to had a lot of ways to loot and rummage through my deck as well, which
Nice.
definitely helped.
Yeah, it definitely did help. It got you all the way to week 6, all the way to the top 8, Aaron. Were there any standouts besides wedding announcement and the cards you started with, Screaming Nemesis? Were there any big bombs that came your way, or big playing like commons or uncommons that got you to where you were?
One card that stood out more than I expected was I got a copy of the Pyrotechnic Performer from MKM, the 3/2 that flips for or the 3/2 disguise that flips for 1 red and deals damage equal to its power when it flips.
Ooh,
Um, that I had was pretty consistently running a decent amount of pump spells, so I stole several games out of seemingly out of nowhere by just casting a few pump spells on that, then just flipping it up for like, 8, 9 damage
wow. Yeah,
just to
that
finish the game off.
that sounds like I would be so salty if you did that to me. Oh my God.
I felt a bit bad in a couple of my matches. I also had the uh the Duskmourne trick that gives double strike if you have
Oh,
delirium.
oh, that
That
trick.
also got a few games out of nowhere. One match, I forget who it was against, but I think both matches that I won, I had cast that card to push in the lethal
Oh
damage.
my gosh. Double
Can you
strike
imagine? It was, yeah.
in Duskmourne. I'm still a little salty. Sorry, Emmett. I was playing Emmett, and he had a 2/2 face down creature, and he has the room that gives a creature double strike, and he attacks with like a bunch of stuff. And the one thing I don't block is the 2/2 face down creature that had double strike because I like didn't want to lose any of my stuff. But I was at like
Right.
15 or something. Um, and I think the creature maybe had a counter on it. And he flips it up, and it's the 7/6 Trampler, which now has double strike that I didn't block. And I take like 15 damage out of nowhere. Like, I had stabilized, things were going good. I just needed to like survive this attack. Oh my God, I'm still mad about it.
I probably the most egregious win out of nowhere that I had was I think I was playing against Keelan in one of the final rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had him down to I think around 7 or 8 life, and but he cast a Dream Trawler. So
Oh,
on my turn, all I could do was I just burned a removal spell to tap it so I could attack in and get him down to like 2.
yeah.
So he untaps and casts Vel'Gavoth's Onslaught
Oh my God.
attacks with the Dream Trawler. I don't have anything in my hand, or I have a few cards that I wouldn't make any impact on the game. So I have
Yeah.
a blood token. So I
Ooh, I
loot with
love it.
that and draw for turn, draw 2 pump spells, one of which gives flying
Oh my
to
God.
deal the final 7 damage
Oh
and
my
win the game.
God.
It
You beat
was
a dream
ridiculous.
trawler.
I know it's crazy.
It's so hard without a board wipe. Oh my God, it's so hard to beat a dream trawler.
I certainly lost other games to that card.
Well, it sounds like
But
you definitely earned your way up to the top 8, right? Like you fought valiantly and you fought hard for your spot up there. And you make the mega draft, right? And you were the person they followed through the mega draft, which was really cool. I watched like the first half of your draft. I had to leave and do something else, but I watched basically up until the point where you started getting fed the black and blue cards, and then like to see that everything worked out in the end. Oh, so cool. So take us through your mega draft.
yeah. I started off with I think honestly not a great pack. Although it did have a murder, which I guess was a sign of things to come, maybe. So I ended up getting a lot more of those. Um, but yeah, the first pack was, I would say, relatively average. kind of speculated on a few different colors, but ended up pretty solidly in black. I got the Defiled Crypt, which I love that card. I love that card so
Yeah.
much. Um, I was like, oh, that definitely has some support in other sets with like Disturb, with ways to remove cards from your graveyard. Um, so I was happy to see that. And then, yeah, pack two was where I got all three Demir rares in MKM on over the span of, I got past them all in the span of like four picks. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll just take all of those. Um,
And you were kind of waffling on another color before you went to blue, right? I don't know if you were definitely black, but you were trying to figure out what your other color was, and you were able to take the signals and like read them and take advantage of it, and uh feels so good when you take that chance on that first Demir card and then you see the next
right.
one and then you see the next one and you're like,
Yeah,
okay. Because it's if you don't do it the first one, the second one feels kind of bad, right? Because you're like, oh, I should have gotten that
right.
last one. And if you wait too long and you pass the first two, you're like, well, I just passed two. Am I really doing this now? Like, so the timing and knowing when to go for it, I think is really really great. Really worked out for you.
Yeah, it definitely, I guess was yeah, maybe a bit of a risk, but it definitely, I'd say paid off. Definitely locked me into the right colors.
And your deck looked nasty. What, four copies of murder in the end? Like so much removal. These Demir mythics and rares. Were you ever able to I haven't seen your games yet. Were you ever able to do anything with Atrada? Like steal any cards?
Honestly, I know. I don't think I ever hit with it once.
That's how those cards are. You're like, oh, the perfect card. This is gonna be amazing. And then like doesn't
The
always happen, but when it does, oh,
the Lazav was insane though. I had that on turn two a few games and it
ooh,
pretty much solo won me like at least two matches. My opponents weren't able to get rid of it for like 3 or 4 turns,
nice.
including one where I stole and copied an Incinerator of the Guilty, so
Ooh.
from MKM.
Dang. So you had some who did you play in the finals?
I played against was it Daniel, an HP wizard?
Okay, yeah, Daniel. He's a great player. Tough matchup. Good final boss.
Yes.
This is your first top eight, right?
Yes, this is my first top eight.
Wow. Well, I got not many people win their first top eight, Aaron. Like that's it's a nice feather in your cap right there.
The beginner's luck, surely.
Hey, was there any standout cards in the deck besides just all the removal that you had? I'll pull it up here right now.
Let me pull up my deck. It was
It's like when I saw the four copies of murder, I was like, oh my gosh. But four copies of murder, final death, final mutilator. You got some good sack synergy with the scabs and the
right. I mean,
storage.
I'd say that definitely the standout was Lazav overall.
Were you
That was
able
probably
to do anything fun with persistent specimen?
a few times, or at least once I had it on the battlefield and with the Defiled Crypt,
Ooh,
was
nice.
able to just
Ooh,
chump block with it
ooh.
and pretty much prevent my opponent from attacking with anything on the ground.
I like that. So you just get to like make a 2/2 every time it dies. Uh,
Yeah, pretty much.
ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And it's E2 extinction, so much removal. Nightmare Shepherd's a great card. Barter and Blood's good too. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
The final game I had was crazy as well. I don't know if you
I have it.
got the
Please
chance to watch it,
regale
but
us of make it sound good so we all go watch the VOD.
well, I'll start off by saying my internet completely dropped
Oh
in
no.
halfway through the last match, which
Terrifying. A
was
nightmare. A
I
nightmare for
had to
somebody.
log into on my phone on my using mobile data to finish the match.
Oh my God.
Uh, which apparently was just like a Verizon outage in my area, which I mean this was like 12:40 at night. Uh, I was completely freaking out and dying. But well, first thing I tried was like ran down 2 flights of stairs to our router's all the way in the bottom level of my. I'm in a townhouse, but
Sure.
tried resetting it. That didn't work, and I'm like, yeah,
It's a
to
good thing
log in on
we
mobile.
don't play without timers and stuff, right? So like they're able to wait for you.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I've had to frantically apologize to all the listeners and to my opponent, and be like, yeah, not
it
a fun
happens.
situation, but
And what a good story. Like, yeah, won the Mega Draft without the internet. Like, whoa, had to panic in the middle of it and like go play on your phone, like figure out a way to continue the game. That's a pretty good story.
yeah, it
Well,
certainly is.
congrats on your league win. You get the invite for player of the year. You get a ton of store credit. You get an emote. I don't know if people have talked about this yet. You get to choose to either get an emote on the server or a sound clip on the soundboard. That's the real prize, Aaron. Okay. So think of a fun emote that will either represent you and like what you bring to league, or you try to find the fun thing that like what'll get used the most, like what can I put in like the RIP that's Evans, right? Like everyone uses the RIP, or the Patrick falling down the well, big Richard emote. He uses that all the time, right? Like you get to make your mark. So do it. Don't forget to do it. People sometimes just don't do it. That's one of the best parts. You should do it.
All right, I'm still thinking,
Oh, take your
but
time. That's the thing.
well,
This is forever. This is how you
right,
encase yourself in the league. You don't
your
make this
legacy.
decision quickly. Yeah, exactly. Well, this is one of my favorite questions. I get to learn a lot about you as a player. What is your favorite Magic card?
It's very hard for me to choose, but I think I have to go with Oracle of the Alpha. I know that might be a bit of a meme
Ooh,
answer, but
spicy. I love it.
I certainly take that card pretty much every time I see it in Cube,
Yeah, it's a good one.
and that's the only time I have ever played Alchemy was to build an Oracle deck built around recurring, like a graveyard deck built around tutoring for and recurring time walk from your
Oh,
graveyard.
gross. That's disgusting.
But
Are you
that's what I'm
gonna
going with.
buy one in paper? What are they, like $500 or
I
something?
know. I did. I didn't end up ordering a mystery booster, but I did do a mystery booster 2 draft and
Ooh,
was
how was it?
hoping against hope that I would pull one. But it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I ended up building a Muxus Goblins deck, which is always exciting.
Sounds great. I've done a few Mystery Booster 1 drafts and I loved them. I have a Mystery 2 booster box that I'm trying so hard to not crack to try to find an Oracle of or whatever. That's the thing is like the cards, there's good value in that box, right? I don't follow finance too much, but I think you just can't buy these boxes really anymore. So like the value is good. But
Yeah,
I'm a drafter. I gotta save it to draft, but how many years? How many years is that gonna be, Aaron?
right.
It's tough. I hope maybe one day I'll break down and oh, something cool will happen. But we have questions from the league. We got a lot of questions for you. Are you excited for your league questions?
Oh yeah,
All
I'm
right.
excited.
Good. Our first question is from Evan C. Peas of Crab. Are you pro or anti Valgavoth at this stage in your life? How are you feeling about Valgi?
That's a good question. Um, I don't know. I'm still a little spooked about watching the feature matches from Duskmourne, hearing all the, which I think was a really really cool idea.
Super cool idea.
I enjoyed all the good spirited banter and the great casting from Richard and the playing from the players as well. Um, Gotta say, I think I might have to go anti-Valgavoth though. I
Yeah.
was always on the side of the players in that one.
Yeah, you want the players to win, but I think they said it was Jordan who was playing the Valgavoth matches. And man, he was in character and the trash talk he would do, like that was so cool and like such a nice a hat on a hat, as they say, but it was a good one. It was so it did it for me. It was perfect. Chef's kiss, Jordan, and league committee, bringing in like that the feeling and the the fun banter was really really great.
Yeah, I was hoping to get a chance, but unfortunately my feature match did not quite go as planned.
Oh, they never do.
But yeah.
Our next question comes from Miranda L. Black Canary, the Great Watcher, also was in the top 8 of that mega draft. What's your favorite scary movie? I was trying to ask everybody this in Duskmourne League. I kind of missed a couple. So, what's you a scary movie person?
Um a little bit. It's been a while since I've watched. I had a kind of a phase where I
Sure.
watched a few of them with my friends and family, but I think I'm gonna go with in the first Insidious.
Ooh, that's a good
Uh,
one. That's
just
a
the
creepy.
yeah, it's a little older one, but it's a classic for me.
I mean, it started off the whole. How many Insidious movies did they make? They made a bunch of them. They had a new one that came out like this year, right? Like that started the
Right,
franchise
I guess
off.
it's the fourth at this point.
Fourth one, yeah, fourth or fifth. It's I confuse that a lot because that guy is in so many horror movies that are very similar. He's also in like The Conjurings and the Insidious.
Right, yeah, yeah.
He became a big horror movie guy right around that. He's great. Patrick something is his name. Sorry, I don't remember the last part. Our next question comes from Richard K. Preacher. Favorite soft drink?
Definitely going cherry Coke on that one.
Oh my
It's
man,
my favorite.
my favorite too. A virtual high five, Cherry Coke Club. The best soft drink there is, of course. It's way better than regular Coke. You get that cherry twist.
Oh yeah.
Uh, what a good call. I knew I liked you, Aaron. I knew I did. First Oracle and now Cherry Coke. We might be good friends by the time this thing is over. And a great follow up from Emmett F. Sepulcher, who made me salty by crushing my face with double strikers. Favorite hard drink?
That one's tougher. I'm not too, or I don't drink too often,
Sure.
just on occasion. Uh, I will say a while ago I had I think it's a Pink Whitney, which is this vodka and pink lemonade, which is surprisingly really not too bad.
Ooh,
Is at a
I like that. That sounds
college
interesting.
event that I went to, but
A pink Whitney, huh? Because I've heard of in vodka and orange juice. That's a screwdriver, right? Or is it yeah? Or is it tequila and orange juice? I also don't drink a lot. Either way, it sounds great. Our next question from Raphael F. Prudent. Favorite guild and favorite card in that guild?
yeah, this one was a tough one for me. I don't know if I have too much of a favorite guild, but
I was expecting
I
you to
think
say Tamir. I'm not going to lie.
honestly, I don't even know if that's my favorite. It is definitely what I had success with in the Mega Draft. I will say I do love just like graveyard decks in general, or decks that deal with your own graveyard.
Mhm.
Um, so Sultai is definitely one of my favorite
Oh,
color
Aaron.
combos.
I knew I
But
liked you, Aaron. I mean, if you're talking about, Oracle of the Alpha Get Back Time Walk, and so you're doing some graveyard stuff, right? You like your
right, of
blue, you
course.
like your black, and green kind of helps you get there, right? Green's good these days. Green blue, oh, it's a good combo. Green black, great combo.
But yeah, if I had to pick, I'll stick with ninjas and go Silver Fur Master.
Ooh, I like it. Silver Fur Master is your favorite. So yeah, you're a big ninja guy, huh? You like? I guess you came in on Kamigawa, makes sense. As a great set, great mechanic in the set. Okay, I like it. He's a ninja player, ninja guy. This guy. Our next question from Daniel G. Frisky Hobbit. Guild or color pair that you have the most success with? Does that match your preferred play style? So are you like, man, I'm great with Boros, but I hate playing aggro. Uh, well, what's going on with that?
I hate playing aggro, and my stats reflect that I do not do great with aggro. But the apparent exception to that is the main Duskmourne League, because did pretty well with red white in that in the league. But
See, you're already going against the data. Can't play aggro. By the way, made my first top 8 with an aggro deck in Duskmourne League.
I
um,
I did check my 17 land stats. Apparently, my highest win rate is with Orzhov at the moment, which I was a
ooh.
little surprised by.
Are you playing a
But
lot of foundations right now? Because I think
I've been doing some foundations, yes.
it's a good. I think it's a good color pair in foundation. Like that Life Gate deck when it comes together is pretty nasty.
Yes. I don't think I've done a single straight Orzhov deck in foundations actually, which is interesting considering the last couple of drafts I've done, I've gotten a few copies of the Elenda,
Oh yeah, yeah. The Great
which
Elenda.
I feel like every time my opponent has played that card, I've immediately just lost it. I have to like have at least like two instant speed removal spells in my hand when they play it. It's like great, just great.
Oh, but yeah, it's are you liking Foundations? Are you a fan?
I've been enjoying it so far.
It's
Um,
it's
yeah,
tough
it's a
to
classic.
be after Duskmourne because I think Duskmourne was like amazing, like all time really good set. And I think Foundations is
I
very
agree.
good, but it is a little tough to come after Duskmourne and be like, I'm having a really good time playing this, but it's not Duskmourne good, right? Like, oh, Duskmourne, so great.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at as well. I was a huge fan of Duskmourne.
Our last league question comes from Jack H. Rackick. Give us the story on the arena name. He heard something about bevel gears potentially. I don't know what this means, Bevelman. Oh, what's going on?
So yeah, if you don't know, a bevel gear, it's a type of gear. Was a I'm a engineer, so
Awesome.
it's a gear that like transmits motion at a 90-degree angle. It's like imagine a gear, but like you can, like cut a cone around some of the teeth. I mean, I just look up a picture.
Sure, yeah.
That's probably the easiest thing. But anyway, I in high school I was on a robotics team, which is why I ended up going into engineering. But uh, we at one of the robots that we built, we used bevel gears that were made out of brass for our drivetrain, like in order to connect our motors to our wheels. Um, but the problem is they were made out of brass, which is for engineers, if you don't know, it's not a super robust material. So a lot of what my job ended up on the team being during our competitions was frantically replacing broken gears that had broke during the previous match. So I kind of became the bevel gear guy. I ended up with a bunch of souvenirs after that season, which I still have, just completely destroyed gears
That's
that are
awesome.
just kind of sitting on my shelf.
The Bevel Man himself. That's cool. That's that's a fun story. Thanks, Bevelman. Before we let you go, I've been talking so much Dustmore, and I do want to talk a little bit of foundations. We're in Plains Chase League. Are you playing in Plains Chase League? I should have asked. I
I
assume you
am.
are. Wonderful. Uh, how are you liking it? Are you enjoying it? Are you excited for Kaldheim? Talk to me a little bit about Plains Chase League.
I am super excited for this league. As soon as I heard or got familiar with the concept of doing a Plains league where you on have a different spin on things each week, I was super excited to try it out. I think it's a really cool concept. In terms of foundation or how it's been going for me,
Yeah,
it's I'm 3-2.
it's a
My
good
starting
start.
pool had a lot of bombs and then a lot of pretty filler to unplayable commons and uncommons. Um, so the two comeback packs plus the two commons that I got to add, I think definitely helped out a ton. So
What two commons did you grab?
I grabbed an Evolving Wilds first and then Eaten Alive.
Ooh, I like it. I grabbed Evolving Wilds and Bite Down. So we're similar thoughts, fixing and removal.
Right.
Right? That's good. Let's do this thing.
Yep.
And since you came in at Kamigawa, you have you ever played Kaldheim before?
I want to say maybe like one or two flashback drafts when I was up, but largely not super familiar with the like ins and outs of the archetypes and whatnot. Although I do know a few of the standout cards.
Yeah, there's some definitely some real bomby fun stuff in there. We all get the 5 snowlands, so anything that cares
Right.
about snowlands is all of a sudden like amazing. Like it's a huge bomb. Um, but it's not, the newest set's not super powerful. It's going to be interesting to see how it works with foundations because it's got elf synergy, it's got warrior and angel synergy. It could be synergistic depending on what you've been doing, but it also could, not really help you out at all and not push you in a direction. We're going to see how it goes, but I think foundations is going to pair really nicely with kind of anywhere we go. It's just a nice canvas that we get to now fill out from here on in. And I think it's going to be a fun week. Kaldheim's going to really start mixing everything up, as they say. Like you're going to start seeing some weird cards you're not familiar with and you're not ready for, and maybe some weird strategies that you're not prepared for. So this is where we start getting wacky and wild. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Have you looked at the planes? Is there one that you would want to go to or are excited to go to?
Um, let's see. I mean, the Kamigawa
Let's
one
say there's
would
got
be
to be a
fun.
Kamigawa one, right? Like
Yeah,
there's got to be a Kamigawa
that's the
one.
one that I think you can either choose to. It has something to do with you choose to either remove or add artifacts or enchantments from packs.
Oh,
I
okay. Is that the one
think.
where it's like you get a special um there's a couple where it's like you get to choose from a sheet and we don't really know what's on the sheet yet. Um hold on. We'll find it. Foundations rule set. We're gonna find it, and then we're gonna wrap it up. It's gonna be so Kamigawa Boseiju, the city tree. I'll come back next for Kamigawa and Nia Dynasty. Whenever you open a comeback pack, choose between innovation, tradition, and harmony. If you choose innovation, your comeback pack is guaranteed to have no enchantments. If you choose tradition, your
Okay.
comeback pack is guaranteed to have no artifacts. And I assume the harmony is both because I doesn't say that part.
Yeah, I think it's
Uh,
just a normal pack.
just a normal pack. So that is exciting. Enchantments, artifacts. Ooh, where are we going on Kamigawa? That's a fun plane. Uh, I hope we get there, and I really do. Uh,
Yeah, me too.
well, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for coming on Hunt the Week. Thank you for being a member of the community. Thank you for making your first mega draft and getting your first win. Like, how exciting, how awesome. I know that feeling. It's you can't believe you did it and you got there. Like it's incredible, but you're a great player, and we are so happy to have you involved and be a part of what we got going on. I can't wait to see if you make the mega draft, if you can continue your great, glorious rise from here on out. If I can learn and grow from you, Aaron Bevelman, I would like to learn and grow from you. But again, thank you so much, and congratulations on your win. It's awesome, a huge deal. Congrats, man.
Thank you. I wouldn't expect too much, but I'll do my best. But yeah, thank you for having me. I yeah appreciate you inviting me on. It's been a fun experience. Definitely gonna try and be more involved with the community going forward. I've been so this has been a definitely a highlight for me since I've discovered the league.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
huge thanks to all the league committee members and everyone who does I know puts in a ton of work to set up all this stuff. I was surprised at the detail level and the stats tracking they've got with all the like spreadsheets and everything. It's
Oh,
kind of crazy.
it
But
goes deep, especially if you start getting into like the ELO stuff and how long that's been going on for and how they've been tracking leagues for years to track win rates and how good people are. It's the
yeah,
people that are
it's
smart and
wild.
do that stuff. Yeah, it's insane. I build the bots and like I don't know how to do that stuff. It's
Right,
so
like
cool
that's
that people
crazy.
do that.
Yeah, it's
Well,
awesome.
thanks so much. Good luck out there in Foundations League. Let's get some cool snow stuff going on. Bring your coat, bring your scarf and your gloves. It's gonna be getting cold and snowy out there, Aaron. It is.
Alrighty. Yeah, sounds good.
And I'm sure they were wonderful to talk to. What a great guy. What a cool guy, right? Like, oh, Aaron B. Just kidding. I know I haven't recorded that part yet, but Aaron, I'm sure was amazing to talk to. And again, big congrats to our new champion, our new league winner. It's not an easy thing to do. If you watch the VODs, Richard followed him during the draft. It's one of those ones where you can watch from draft all the way to finish. Look at the deck. The deck was great, and he drafted his seat, right? Like we messed around a little bit early, started getting those Demir cards, went into it, read the signals, and it pays off. You get that win, you get that dub, you get that player of the year invite, you get that money, right? You get that little store credit. You get to play free leagues for a while based on that. Big congrats to Aaron, and what a cool, nice guy. And that's going to do it for our show this week. I hope everyone's enjoying Plains Chase. I know I'm really liking it. I'm excited to go to Kaldheim. I'm excited to see where we go next, right? Like, so much going on. How can we break snow? How can we break the next plane, right? Like, do you want to overplay? Do you want to underplay? Don't overplay, actually. Don't do that. That's against the rules. But do you want to underplay? Maybe. I don't know. Some people are talking about it. Some people are thinking about it. I don't know that I can do it myself. But I'm actually moving this weekend. So first thing, hopefully I have a show next week. I may not. I'm going to be moving across multiple states. I don't know that I'm going to be set up in time and be able to get everything done. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I don't really know. We'll figure it out. Number two, I might have to play my games late. Maybe I can just play my games Tuesday, Wednesday, and I don't have to underplay, right? I can see as I go because that's how my life is happening right now. Or maybe I just get all my games in Friday right away, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. All I can tell you is that I am excited, and I cannot wait to see where we go next. Until next time, I hope you get to keep a good 7, and that Shuffler is in your favor. It's what it's all about. It helps so much to be able to play the game, to be able to explore that deck you built. Play your practice games, get in the server, get in the side server, get in the side events. So many cool things going on right now. Oh, I keep forgetting to bring this up, but first of all, big congrats to Dan A, the Beatdown Bringer, for winning the Zombie Side Event League. I actually got a roll down invite into that. Had a pretty good deck, I think, but lost to Dan. Of course, you're going to lose to the Beatdown Bringer. That's what he does. Big congrats. And this happened a while ago, but I just don't think I ever talked about it on the podcast. But when I was going through the hurricane and lost power and had all those terrible things happening, League Committee was really cool and really amazing, and they shipped me a little fat pack box of Duskmourne, which was a wonderful present and a big surprise to see it just show up at my door. Big thank you to everyone on the League Committee for getting that out to me. I know it took a while to get. I didn't get mail for a while, and I got it a while ago. I just keep forgetting to talk about it on the podcast. Did post about it. Go check out the post. Big thank you. My heart goes out to you guys. So nice of you to do that, and it made me feel so good to be thought about like that. It was just a really nice gesture. Thank you guys so much for everything you do. The League Committee, the players, even Raph. I love you all. You're all great. Let's play some good Magic. Let's have a good time. And let's enjoy Kaldheim while we can. Until then, bye everybody.